In Cambodia, for the Phnom people, their language is so unheard of, and if they don't try to protect it, it will be gone.
One of the things that I often get asked is how come computer programmers are working out in the field?
What got our attention was this number of 8,000 languages, and a lot of them aren't even written yet.
One thing I have discovered is that God can and will use your skills in very unexpected ways. And if we're willing to trust Him fully, He will take us on an amazing journey. I grew up in Southeast Asia. In the country which we were living in, there was no good way of typing the national language there. So my father challenged me to write a program to map the keyboard so that we could type in the national language. And thus was born Tavutisoft Keyboard Manager version 1.0. Fortunately, back in those days, file names were only allowed to be 8 letters long, so I shortened it to Keyman. When I started working on Keyman as a 14 or 15-year-old, I never anticipated my work having the broad impact that it has had around the world. And it is incredibly humbling to realize that God chooses to work through us.
I was doing software development for about 25 years in the US. My wife and I both were looking to do something where we could serve God more. We both started praying, like, is there something else that we should be doing or that would be more meaningful to us, where we're really serving the Lord?
Some people have the expectation that everybody's an evangelist or everybody's a preacher. And actually, God's using all of us to do His work. We have all got different giftings. I'm a backroom person who works at a computer all day long, and that brings me joy, and it's a great joy to be able to serve God using the talents that He's given me.
We found the biggest need was for linguists. Number 2 and 3 were for teachers and software developers. Then we were like, okay, we could actually contribute here in some way.
I have been working for the last few months with Keyman. I answer questions and also provide remote support for technical issues. And I'm also working on side projects such as Keyman browser or developing keyboards and fix some issues related to it. One of the things that I enjoy working with Keyman is to provide help to minority people so they can use their languages on the keyboard easily.
There are multiple stuff that I work with Keyman, but mainly I do Khmer encoding structure research with an expert on improving the encoding for Khmer script. Cambodian alphabet does have a lot of characters, and it is the largest alphabet in the world. We have a different way of encoding for the same word. For example, the word "see," to eat, we have only 3 characters there. If people write it incorrectly, like "saw sra," and then you try to find the word "see," for example, online, that contain the word "see," and then you type it differently, you will not find the one that is written in the other way. So we need to ensure that when people type using the keyboard that we designed specially for Khmer language, it would automatically change that into the right string all the time. So with Keyman, we create a keyboard that can transform the incorrect order to the correct order.
Keyman supports well over 1,000 low-resource languages and supports over 2,200 languages today. Cambodian language is very beautiful. The writing system is intricate, complex, and really pushes the boundaries of what technology is able to do with writing systems.
Being in Cambodia is a great place to see what kind of problems we have to solve, and with a lot of these different scripts and different languages.
Working in Cambodia has been a great base for Keyman. We've also got 14 team members in 7 countries and more than 800 contributors who've created keyboard layouts for their language using Keyman. Because we've got more than enough work to do to support the people for which Keyman is the only solution at this point. Particularly that's true for low resource languages. We still see that a need for more people to join the team. And this is not just Keyman, but also other SIL software projects. As I say, harvest is great, but the workers are few. And that applies Whether it's the people out doing evangelism or it's the people providing the tools for the people who are doing the Bible translations, we need more workers. We need people who have a heart to serve others and to work in God's kingdom. And that means that you can do computer programming to serve God's kingdom, which is kind of cool. I'd just like to say a big thank you to those people who do support us, who support us through prayer and also for financial support and for friendship support. All three of those are absolutely critical to us being able to continue to work.